Okay. So, what we discuss about infrastructure, okay, about challenges to build a own infrastructure and maintenance. And then what is cloud computing, okay, and then here it is. We'll see what are the other advantages of cloud computing, and we will see the models and services. Okay, here is what are the advantages of using cloud computing. We are already seeing what we already discussed advantages like a pay as you go. Okay, here it is high available. What is high available? Already we discussed like a what is a load balancer and failover kind of stuff. Okay, so when we build a infrastructure, it means we have a server, people are accessing. Okay, so important is even though server is down, the service must be available. And whenever that is a one point, right? So here it is, if service is down, there is a problem with your service level agreement. What is SLA? Service level agreement. So depending on service level agreement that you choose, your cloud-based apps can provide continuous user experience with no apparent downtime, even when things goes wrong. It means your server is down, or application is down, some network issues are occurs. So in generally, you have to maintain failovers and configurations. But here it is continuous service availability is there. It's called high availability. Scalability. What is the scalability? Depends upon your server. So there is a vertical scaling and horizontal scaling is there. So demand on the server. So there is a lot of demand is increased. A lot of people are accessing your server. So what it is, okay, you have to increase the computing power, like a CPU, RAM, it should be increases, right? So that is we can increase onto your server virtual machine. Horizontal scaling, as we discussed in high availability, load balancers kind of stuff. Okay, so we can increase, we can deploy multiple servers and we can do the auto scaling in between. Elasticity, you can add multiple machines, virtual machines, and we can increase our size of infrastructure. That is scalability. What is the elasticity is already we discussed. Today, I need cloud servers because of the demand. Tomorrow is the less demand. I need to reduce my number of servers to 6. And after 2 days, again, the service are required. At least 20 servers has to run because the huge demand that day. When 10th class or intermediate, results are announced. How much demand on the server? Okay, so people will, you know, feel tension not based on the result. Result may comes either positive or negative. But if result come, then we will know. But it will take a lot of time. Okay, so because of the number of servers are limited there. Okay, see it is depends upon the demand. So your infrastructure automatically scale, either increase or decrease is kind of stuff. What is elasticity? Elastic band or balloon, elastic balloon. So what happen if you stretch more, it size increases. You reduce it, it is normal size. Okay, even a balloon, you put more air, and so then it will expand. If you remove the air, it will contract, right? This is two important things in the cloud. Okay, cloud means two important things, guys. Very two important. One is the properties of cloud, is the elasticity and scalability. What is scalability? Scalability is ability to increase either computational size or like a CPU sizes, RAM sizes, or a number of instance sizes. We can able to increase scalability, network sizes. Okay, scalability, ability to increase. That is in the cloud. Scalability. What is the cloud properties? Scalabilities. Important one is scalability. Next one is elasticity. What is elasticity? So this scalable things means you ability to increase, but elasticity is ability to increase as well as a decrease depends upon the demand. Depends upon the demand. Is auto scaling properties are there. It means it will increase as well as a decrease depends upon the demand based on the load balance. Okay, so that is the main two things. Of course, the third one is high availabilities to make sure that the customer is getting always same experience as always same. Okay, it means always good experience. Agility. So requirements keep changes, right? So requirements of customers will changes or our requirement change. We can able to easily adopt those requirements, deploy and configure cloud-based resources quickly as your app requirement changes. Okay, we can simply build on our applications and we can easily deploy, and what are the changes will occur, so automatically will apply those changes. Geo-distribution. Geo-distributions. Cloud service providers not always kept their data centers into one single place. They'll keep their data center into different regions. If you go to AWS, in India itself, you have two data centers. One is at Bombay, another is at Chennai. Even Azure cloud data centers also like that. In globally different places, these data centers are placed. So what happened in case of any disaster is occurs, one single physical location, no problem. Our infrastructure is in different geographical locations. Okay. So there is a two advantages of geo distribution is, for example, I created my applications and my servers are located in Mumbai region and also Mumbai region. So that main customers are Indian customers. So it is very easy near to the Indian region. So people are easily accessible. For example, I build my infrastructure and I build my application in it. I deploy application in it. So I kept in New York data center, for example. Okay. So near to the New York people can easily access. That is one. And also I can distribute it into multiple regions. My customer base is different locations, so I can deploy this application into different regions without any physically moving from my place. Okay, simply log into the cloud service provider site and I can deploy into these multiple sites. Disaster recovery. For example, I kept my application in Mumbai region as well as a New York region and as well as uh, San Francisco, for example. Okay, so what happened? Something happened, floods are happened, huge power surges happen. Okay, physical location, so we cannot predict few things like earthquakes kind of stuff. Generally, the data centers, they will place, they choose the place where very no wars will happen, no terrorism is there. Okay, terrorism, wars, government is always stable government places, not near to the oceans. Okay, because of oceans will cause lot of damage. Tsunami kind of stuff will occur in near to the oceans. And ocean means it is like a lot of salt. Okay, because of these salt waves, the equipment may be corrupted fast, right? So for example, I'm actually from Visakhapatnam. So whatever the steel material is there is like, washing machines or maybe even washroom, the simple steel kind of stuff is easily corrupted because of the water is salty. Okay. So it's comparisons to if I use my car for a bike in Visakhapatnam to Hyderabad, it's a lot of difference is there. Okay. So that's because of the salt kind of, that they will also measure that kind of stuff. Okay. So where earthquakes happening very less. What is the past history of earthquakes kind of stuff. So they will place these data centers where actually things, the physically things won't happens. Okay, but still there is a lot of chances, right? There is a chances. So we can place our application in different data centers. So then one of region got any physical problem, then no problem. We have our application still running in other data centers. That is disaster recovery. By taking advantage of cloud-based backup services, data replication, and geo-distributions, you can deploy your application of apps with the confidence that comes from knowing that your data is safe in event of disaster. A few years back, almost all 10 years back, in Visakhapatnam also got this Hudud Tufan. Before that one, so we got tsunami attack. At time of tsunami also, Visakhapatnam faced that one. Hudud Tufan is faced. In Hyderabad, only once there is a small earthquake. In Gujarat, there is a huge earthquake is happened. That's the difference is why people are putting the data centers and IT is implementing in certain places heavily, not in other places. Like you take Bengaluru, IT is very high priority is there as compared to Chennai. Chennai is so many years back only IT is much implemented, but still a lot of companies are moving to Bengaluru or Hyderabad because of this kind of stuff. Okay, so that's always a centralized point. Temperatures, electricity provisioning, the local governments, these are all affected on these things. Okay, guys. So what are the main cloud computing properties? Are scalabilities, elasticity, high availability, agility, geo distributions, and disaster recoveries. So again, other few points are given is computational based models means that only you pay for resources that you use. This pay as you go model. What are the benefits? No upfront cost, no capex, no need of capital expenditure, no need to purchase and maintain costly infrastructure that users might not use to it fulfill us. So no need to buy any servers, fiber optical equipments, routers, firewalls, okay, storage, sandboxes, NAS boxes, RAID controllers. No need to buy any all this kind of stuff. Simply we'll pay to the service provider and we will utilize it. The ability to pay for additional resources when they are needed, ability to stop paying for resources that no longer use. I need additional services, additional storage requirement, additional servers are requirement, additional IP addresses are required, public IP address required. So I can able to pay easily, just to go and pay. That's it. No need to take any permission from any separate permissions are not required. Ability to stop paying. You are not using the resources, so no need to pay for that not using purpose. Okay, guys. So once again, what is a cloud computing? The delivery of computing services over the internet, like servers, storage devices, storages, databases, networking, softwares, analytics, intelligence kind of stuff. And cloud computing is basically pay as you go model. So it reduces your both capital expenditure and operational expenditures. Of course, there is a three models are there. Cloud models, cloud services, two things. Cloud models are three basically models. One is public cloud, private cloud, and hybrid cloud. What is a public cloud? AWS is a public cloud. Azure is public cloud. GCP is a public cloud. Oracle Cloud Infrastructure is public cloud. Public cloud means any individual user or an organization can able to utilize the cloud services. And they are only using the services. They're not maintaining underlying infrastructure. So what is the cloud service provider? For example, AWS is a public cloud service provider. So he will maintain the entire infrastructure. It means he will maintain the data centers, servers, applications, everything he will maintain. Simply you will log in and utilize this cloud service provider. So you have to speak from the provider side. Okay. So cloud service providers, public cloud service provider will maintain entire infrastructure and with having a multiple tenants. Public cloud is a multi-tenant cloud. It means simple. I have one example. So try to understand. For example, there is a shopping mall, CMR shopping mall. It's not CMR. So, in Hyderabad, there is an XX mall is there. Lulu mall is there. Okay. So, PVR, not PVR, there's Ashok mall is there. Okay. There's a big malls, central malls, everywhere central malls are there. So one single mall, we have one person build, one person or team of people build this entire building, different floors. He will construct the building, he will maintain the building. But inside of that building, different people will put a shops, right? So one Max will go to shop. Reliance put a one shop is there, right? BB means the Desi Girls, Levi's, okay, Tony and Gay. So many Tony and Guy something is there, okay. Like different kind of shops, like FBB, now it is not there, FBB. Okay. So, for example, okay. So, one shopping mall actually constructed by one organization or maybe one person and maintained by that person. But actually, it is given to others. So, they are utilizing. So, they are using the space, they're paying for the space. Okay. Only. They are not building anything, they are not doing anything. Just they are utilizing the space. For example, Max came, they put a Max shop and they will selling their products, right? So like a customer, it's like a tenant. So if you are a public cloud service provider, AWS build all the infrastructure. They're maintaining the infrastructure. We are utilizing the infrastructure. Any person as an individual person or an organization use that infrastructure. That's the first one. Private cloud is a single tenant type. Private cloud is a single tenant. Exactly say, for example, 70 is an organization. 70's employees need a cloud services. And 70's is a very huge organization. What they think, so they build their own data centers. Okay, they build their own data centers. They will put access to the data centers only for their employees only. It means there is an organization build their own cloud, means they have their data centers and they given a cloud service to others only to their organization's purpose only, not for a public purpose. A private cloud consists of cloud computing resources used extensively users from one business or one organization only. A private cloud can be physically located your organization on-site or on-premises data center, or it can be hosted by third-party service provider. It means, of course, like I said, rent a data center from our organization. Like we can take these are the servers are required for my organizations. We can make that one as one single private cloud. Organization that organization uses that their infrastructure only. It's a single tenant, not public or not another organization. Hybrid cloud. What is this hybrid cloud? I have my own private cloud. It means I'm maintaining my own infrastructure, the data center kind of stuff. I'm maintaining for my organization. For now, I got a new project. Okay, a new project is came. I cannot put it in my my own private cloud is not enough to deal with that project. So what I have to do, I have to merge I have to connect to the public cloud. I will take it, public cloud support and manage both my private and public cloud from my side only. Okay. It's a combination of private cloud and public cloud. I have my own private cloud, but for a few days or a few certain projects, so for a few days or a few months or a few years, I need to use the public cloud along with my private cloud. So for that one, that is called a hybrid. It's a combination of private and public cloud. Hybrid cloud is a computing environment that combines both public and private cloud by allowing data and applications to be shared between them. Okay, so like that, I have my own data centers, but I need a public cloud also. Then only I will do it. Okay, guys, these are the three major cloud models. Some are one more model is also they are telling that is a community type. What is this community? You have a private cloud and another public cloud is no, not like that. Two organizations. Best example is IRCTC is a best example for a community cloud. Why IRCTC is actually the IRCTC is a railway reservation system that the railway is maintained by railway people, railway. Okay, only it is maintained by the railway. Maintained by railway department. That is a governmental department, right? Government, railway department, right? But IRCTC is maintained by Tata, TCS. That is a private one. So two organizations working on the same project for same purpose only. Okay. You want to buy a ticket? Go to IRCTC. IRCTC services maintained by Tata. But actually you are buying ticket for railway. That is different organization. That is one example for community cloud. Here is the differences between the private, public, and hybrid clouds. Public cloud, no capital expenditure to scale up. Okay, no capital expenditure, no need to buy anything, any equipment to increase your infrastructure size also. Simply your pay as you go model. Application can be quickly provisioned and deprovisioned. So you can deploy your application and you can remove the application from the cloud services. Organization pay only what they use it. What is a private cloud? Private cloud is actually built by their own organization, right? Hardware must be purchased for a startup and maintenance, means both capital expenditure is there, operational expenditure is also there. Organization have complete control over the resources and security. What are the server they want to turn on or off, anything they can able to do. So for example, banking need private cloud, means their organization for their organization purpose only the services should be work and it should be in their hand only. The physically it should be in their hand only. So they will put a private clouds. Organizers are responsible hardware maintenance and updates. So as I said, so they are responsible for the all from basics like a hardware and operating system application updates, everything they are doing that one. Both are capital expenditure, operational expenditure. Hybrid provide most flexible. Organization determine where to run their application, into the private cloud or a public cloud. Organization controls security, compliance, and legal requirements. Okay, so this is the differences between public, private, and hybrid. Guys, understand what are the different cloud service models? You can just speak something. You got it? What we have discussed about a private and public cloud?
Yes, sir.
Very good. And next one is service models. Of course, there is a different cloud models are public, either it is public or private or hybrid kind of stuff. But providing a cloud services, right? They are providing cloud services. Either it is infrastructure service like a servers, storages, okay, like server storages, databases like that. They are providing infrastructure, and maybe they are providing a different kind of platform. So directly you can host application in that platform. Okay, we can create that platform. No need of choosing any server infrastructure. No need of choosing how much RAM is required, how much CPU is required, how much storage is required. Simply, you can deploy an application in it. You can run that application. Okay, I will try something, but if you can understand, that is a good. Otherwise, try once. Okay, simple guys. It is. I want we have our LMS. We build one LMS. Okay, learning platform. Okay, that application is model application. We use for that application. We use a model application. We want to install and run this model application. What we have done, first of all, we created a virtual machine in our data center. Okay, we created a virtual machine in our data center. On top of this virtual machine, we install a OS. That is a Linux-based CentOS we installed. Okay, in that one we have to install some supporting uh, things for running this model. One is like a PHP we install, and a Tomcat. So I think LAMP, Apache HTTPD. Okay, uh, MySQL, and some other supporting applications. Then we install a model application. Then we configure model. Install model application. Then we have to configure model. Okay, for to create a LMS. Then it is become our LMS for platform. So it is how many things we have done. In data center, we created a virtual machine. In that one, we install Linux. In that one, I install some supporting platforms, PHP or MySQL for databases, HTTP to make it as a web server, and plus something certification services, encryption services, we have to put it, securing. Then we have to install model application. So once we are install a model application, we have to configure model. So what are the things are required, how to access by people, what are the user access, administrative access, that again we configure. Now it is become a LMS software. I think you guys are from HCL means you have written an aptitude test on our LMS only. Okay, in your college or something. Okay, so this is our total product. These are a total product. Okay. Think like this. Think like this. What I need, first of all, I need this. I only need this, my data center. So I go to AWS, for example. I go to AWS and need a virtual machine, EC2. I need a virtual machine. So I created a EC2 instance. So this EC2 has to run on something, right? They need a data center network, right? The DC is there. It means data center. It means the virtualization server is required, network is required, storage is required, right? So this is entirely maintained by my organization. Internally, we are doing this one. But if it is in the cloud, AWS is maintaining all these things. Okay, AWS is maintaining the actual virtualization platform. Network storage is maintained by AWS. Just what I have created, I created only a virtual machine here. So this is called an infrastructure as a service. Okay, the infrastructure part is maintained by the cloud service provider, and I'm creating a virtual machine. On top of virtual machine, everything I have to do it. I have to install. Of course, this part is also done by user. We have to choose it. Okay, but I have to install the applications and configuring, and we can able to access. Bottom part, this entire part is maintained by cloud service provider. So that is called a infrastructure as service. Okay. What is a platform as a service? Platform as a service. For example, I need this model LMS platform. Directly go to model website. Okay. Directly go to model website. Maybe your service provider having this model. Okay. So go to the site and directly configure as per your requirement. Okay, as per your requirement, just for educational on-premises workspace as hosted model as. Okay, so just what are the app are there? Just log in and create everything. Okay, so you need of sorry, just that has become software as a service. Sorry, I want to say about a platform as a service, right? Same AWS. I go to AWS. Then they will choose a service called EBS, Elastic Beanstalk. So in the EBS, so what are the platform I need it? What is the platform I need it? I'll choose that platform. Okay, what is the platform? Just I choose. Yeah, this is the requirements to run my applications. So choose, I need a PHP, I need a HTTP, I need a MySQL, I need this particular software, this software, okay, like this. So I said deploy. I don't say how much virtual machine is required. I didn't say how much virtual machine is required, how much CPU is required, how much RAM is required. Okay, what application operating system is required, what network is required. All these things will be maintained by all these things are maintained by cloud service provider. Only thing is what I want it, I choose it. Okay, it deployed. Then on it, I install the application and configure the application. So this is called a platform as a service. Platform as a service. What is software as a service? As I shown here, simply go to this. See, somewhere it is showing software as a service, SaaS. It means already application is ready. Already model application is ready. I don't know what is the background supporting platform is there. I don't know what is the supporting platform. I don't need it to maintain this platform. I need to maintain any underlying infrastructure. Means virtual machine or maybe a CPU or RAM, network or maybe operating system. I don't know. I will only access this application and configure the application as per my organization. configure the application as per my organization, and then use the application. So here it is. Only thing is what we are doing is configure as per your requirement and make it an LMS. It means entire thing is we are not doing anything. Just log in and customize as per your requirement and start using it. So that is called a software as a service. So that is the difference between all these things, guys. Okay. What it is? Here in this one, it is there is a beautiful explanation for that one. Infrastructure as a service, platform as a service, software as a service. Here you can see infrastructure as a service. The service provider, the cloud service provider will maintain that build physical data center and the building, network security and network access related kind of stuff, servers and storage he will maintain. And remaining thing, you have to choose what operating system, what application related kind of stuff, and what application you hosting. These three things you have to maintain. Okay, so that is infrastructure as a service. Platform as a service. The entire thing is given to you. Only thing is you have to host an application, configure an application, and use an application. That's it. Software as a service. No need to host any application. Application is there as per your requirement. You have to configure it. SaaS. Most flexible cloud services, you can configure and manage the hardware for your organization. How much RAM is required, how much CPU requirement, how much storage is requirement, you have to choose it. And what operating system you required, what platform is required, what application has to be run, everything you will choose in this infrastructure as a service. What about a remaining underlying that will be maintained by your cloud service provider, computational part, okay, networking part, storage part, everything will be maintained by cloud service provider only. Platform as a service. In the platform as a service, what you will do? Focus on application development and application management. Platform management is handled by cloud service provider. So what are the underlying application requirement, their infrastructure requirements that will be maintained by cloud service provider. You see it is the storage, network, compute, virtual machine, that operating system, the runtime environment, everything will be maintained by your service provider. And what we are doing is we are managing that application, configuring, development, updates, access, all these things we are maintaining. Software as a service. What is software as a service? Pay as you go model services like Office 365. We are using Google Docs. What is Google Docs? Software as a service from Google. I'm using Office 365. These are all applications from the Office 365. So here it is my Excel sheet. Maybe batch 3 people may not remember their attendance sheets I have taken from here. See it is. This is Office 365. I can use Outlook, OneDrive, Word, Excel, PowerPoint, SharePoint. Okay, all these apps I can access directly through web browser or I can access through machine. So that actually the underlying that application running, the runtime environment, application, runtime environment, and their operating system, their machines, hardware, storage, everything maintained by cloud service provider only. User pay for software they use on the subscription model. See, it is only we use application as per our organization. Maybe I will configure few things, the data access related, I will choose it. But entire thing will be maintained by cloud service provider. You can manage, you manage, service provider manage. It is on premises, means you are maintaining things. So what I told here it is, I am maintaining the data center, I am maintaining the server, I am created a virtual machine, I install operating system, I install the platform, I install the application, I configure the application, and I'm using. So everything I'm maintaining in my organization. But in a infrastructure as a service, so only how to choose what virtual machine I have to use it, how much RAM, how much CPU, how much storage, what kind of operating system, and I have to install that platform, and then I have to install application and manage the application in platform as a service. So I know I want to develop a new application or I want to deploy a new application. So I don't need to do all these things. Simply choose what platform I need it. That's it. And application and the application configuration, update or manage kind of stuff, I will do it directly. That is platform as a service. Including platform also, you need to install anything. Just you have to choose it. That's it. Okay. No need to worry about the underlying kind of stuff. You have to focus only on a development, deployment kind of stuff only. Software as a services. Software as a services or simply use an application, connect to the application, configure as per your organization, and then you can start using it. So that is platform software as a service. Guys, understand the difference between the different services. Tell me anyone, guys?
Yes, sir.
Okay, good. So here it is, different service providers are there. Mainly the cloud public service providers are there. Okay. So AWS, one of the popular one is AWS, Azure, GCP, Oracle Cloud Infrastructure. IBM also providing cloud provider services, digital version or version digital kind of services. Okay. Rackspace is also providing. Okay. So both the data center services and as well as cloud services providers are there. Different cloud services providers are there. A lot of people are there, but we are focusing on more popular that cloud service providers publicly. That is mainly AWS, Azure, Google Cloud Platform, and Oracle Cloud Infrastructure kind of stuff. Private cloud. These are not a private cloud service providers. I had written something that is actually they are not providing any private cloud because private cloud is built by organization for their organization purpose only. Okay, for their organization purpose only, right? How they can able to build. So what are the applications used in this private cloud? What are the applications we use to build a private cloud? For example, VMware is an organization. VMware is providing certain applications, certain things to build your own private cloud. For example, vSphere is a product to make a virtual servers, okay, hypervisor platforms, vCenters, vCloud, vRealize. So these are all different applications to build your own private cloud. From Microsoft also there is a products from Microsoft, Hyper-V, SCVMM, SCAC, SCDPM, SCSM, not SCCM. Okay, there is a different products from Microsoft to build your own private cloud. Even from the Citrix, we are getting Zen servers, Zen desktop, Zen app. Okay, these are the different applications from Citrix to build your own private cloud. OpenStack is an open source private cloud platform. So you have your own data center and you use something like a vSphere or Zen server for your virtualization, but you need to connect cloud. So we need a platform to connect your data centers through cloud platform, right? So for that one, this OpenStack is more useful. Okay. different domains. Any public cloud service provider, guys, there's different types of domains are there. Compute domain, like infrastructure as service, like a compute domain is from Azure, we call it as Azure VMs. From AWS, we call it as EC2. And other compute services like EBS, Elastic Beanstalks, okay, and auto scaling services. There's so many other services are there. So I've written few names here. Compute domain is there. Database domain. You want a database service from the cloud service provider, like RDS type, MySQL, Oracle SQL, MS SQL Server, MariaDB, Aurora DB kind of stuff. No SQL type of means non-RDBMS kind of stuff. It is like DynamoDB, Cosmos DB kind of stuff. DynamoDB for AWS, Cosmos DB from Azure. Storage, different type of storage, object level storages, block level storages, also providing S3 object level storage from AWS, EBS, Elastic Block Storage. Both names are EBS only, but here it is, we have to check properly which service it is. Okay, Elastic Block Storage. Bulb is from Azure, so BLOB, that is from Azure Storage Services. Backup services, network services. Route 53 is like a DNS service from AWS. VPC is Virtual Private Cloud. Cloud Font, Direct Connect, these are the network-based services. Cloud Front means if my application running in a one region, but other region I have more users are there. I deployed in Mumbai region, but in Australia there's more users. What I will configure is different configures. So it's one of the thing is CloudFront. Messaging services in AWS, SNS, SQS are messaging services. Simple net notification service, simple queue services kind of stuff. Identity security compliance services for login, which user can able to access what kind of services, access related services. IAM is like a user access, role access services. KMS, key management system. So to connect it to our more services together, or to access from user to particular service, we can using a key. So that's KMS services. So different domains are there. Here it is. Of course, different services of a cloud service providers. So who are providing what kind of service? Like a IaaS, infrastructure as a service, compute services, mainly Azure virtual machines, AWS EC2 comes under infrastructure services. Storage services, AWS S3, Azure Bulb, EBS, Elastic Block Storages kind of stuff. Platform as a service, SQL servers, app services, Elastic Beanstalk services, Oracle 12c. I've written 12c because it's a old one, but when you see 12c, 18c, 19c, 21c, 22c, C means cloud. It means you can go to direct Oracle website and you can create your own database there. No need of installing application, directly can create your database inside. Okay, and it is, you can use it for your things. Software as a service. What is the software as a service? A lot of people are providing software as a services nowadays. Salesforce, already Salesforce, right? It is a kind of CRM. Microsoft 365 or Office 365. Dynamic 365 is also CRM. Dynamic CRM is there. Dynamic 365. Dynamic 365 is a software as a service, cloud-based service. Dynamic CRM is on-premises services. Google Docs. This is Google Doc. Okay. Service now is ticketing software. Okay. I use OS ticket application on my service on-premises application I'm using for a service desk purposes. Okay. Service now will provide a lot of things, including HRM services, software development related, and as well as service desk infrastructure, IT, SM related. service now, BMC Helix, ITSM. This is also cloud-based services. Okay, software as a services. And of course, there is a storage, only storage services like OneDrive, Google Drive, iCloud. These are all storage services, only personal storage services. Okay, up to here, we have discussed. There is a 4 questions as per Microsoft is given. We'll discuss that one. We will close the cloud today. Okay, which of the following choose is not a cloud computing technology? Which one is not? Already given answer. So I will put it here. So then I will remove highlighted. So what is the answer for first one? Which is not a cloud service provider. Software as a service is cloud. Infrastructure is cloud. Platform is also a cloud. And this is networking as a service is not a cloud service provider. So in which of the following statement is true? Okay. Second one, with the operating expenditure, you are responsible for purchasing and maintaining your computing resources. You are not purchasing in operating expenditure, right? You are not purchasing anything. You are not purchasing anything. Okay. Your maintenance. Maintenance comes under operational. Purchasing comes under capital. So this is wrong answer. Operating expenditure, you are responsible computing resources that use. Okay, so we'll see. Capital expenditure is for purchasing. So obviously this is the correct answer. You are responsible for computing resources that use. So you are putting your own data center. So here, whatever you are using, so you have to maintain that one. So your maintaining means operational expenditure. Your purchasing means capital expenditure. Yeah. Which of the following is not the type of cloud computing? Which is not the type? Which is not here? Public, private, hybrid is there. Distributed cloud is not there. Okay, it is that one. The last one. Anybody guess? Last one is not the benefit of using cloud services. Anybody?
Geographic isolation.
Geographical isolation. Very good. So why it is? See, scalability, disaster recovery, high availability. All these things we have seen the benefits of cloud computing services. Geographically distributed it is, not isolated. Isolated means once you are deployed into one data center, that should be there only. It cannot be distributed into another geographical regions, right? So that is called isolation. But that is not a cloud service. The advantage of cloud service is geographically distribute. We can deploy our application in any of the data center. We can store our application. We can store our data into any of the geographical location, not only one, also multiple locations you can do it. And also there is a disaster recovery. So because of this geographical distributions, we can do the easily disaster recovery also. In case of in one geographical location has any physical problems, so then any physical disasters will occur. So no problem. In other location, our data is safe. Very good, guys. So this is all about your cloud computing. And of course, because I have taken all this information from the Microsoft Azure learning path, okay, learn.microsoft.com, these things will come. Once again, guys, what is a cloud computing? These two lines are the delivery of cloud computing services over internet, like the services like a server storage, databases, networking, software analytics, or intelligence. That is a line I given, but there is more. Cloud computing offer more faster innovation, flexible resources, and economy of scale. Cloud computing is mainly the pay as you go model. Cloud computing is simply like you're renting computational power from other data centers. Very simple. It reduces your both capital expenditure and operational expenditures. You can create infrastructure, run the infrastructure, applications, deploy applications, development applications on the cloud, on the cloud, on the cloud. Okay. Cloud has three different models, mainly three models: public cloud, private cloud, and hybrid cloud. Public cloud means multi-tenant. It means cloud service provider will maintain this cloud, means the data centers, the entire path, the capital expenditures and operational expenditure, both is by cloud service provider. And it has a multi-tenant, means any public user from internet you can able to access the public cloud. Private cloud is built for their organization purpose only. It's like an on-premises data center type. Hybrid cloud is combining your private cloud to public cloud for more efficient applications running purpose. Okay, and also we have seen the benefits of cloud computing is high availability, scalability, elasticity, agility, geo-distributions, and disaster recoveries. And what are the cloud service models? Infrastructure as a service, platform as a service, software as a services. Infrastructure as a service means service provider will maintain your storage, network, computing kind of stuff. The user has to choose what kind of virtual machine they have to use, what operating system, what CPU, RAM kind of stuff, environments, application, and data access, security, everything maintained by user only. Platform as a service, the service provider will maintain the storage, network, compute machines, means virtual machine means the underlying infrastructure, CPU requirement, RAM requirement, storage requirement to develop that application or run the application and access the application. The entire environment is also maintained by service provider. I can cloud
permissions అంటే ఇన్ఫ్రాస్ట్రక్చర్ సర్వీస్ అంటే అర్థమైందా ఎవడు మెయింటైన్ చేస్తాడు దాన్ని బట్టి ఇన్ఫ్రాస్ట్రక్చర్ సర్వీస్ పాస్ సర్వీస్ అంటారు అయ్యని పదమా కిందకి వెళ్తామా లేకపోతే
వెళ్దాం సార్ నేను
తెచ్చుకోలేదా నేను తెచ్చుకున్నా చెప్పాలి కానీ పోయిస్తాను
2 minutes అయిపోయింది. Okay, the last one is software as a service. Application is already deployed. Only thing is connect to the application, configure and give the access, like who can able to access our application, subscriptions, everything is only will take care. Remaining things, underlying application running environment, operating system, the storage, network, everything will be maintained by service provider only. Okay, different service providers we discuss, and we discuss about different domains just for name purpose. Okay, of course, just read it, guys. Compulsory read it. I given. Please read it. Okay, so both contents. This PPT is enough. You can easily download. I think if you possible, you can download. Okay, like a PDF or a PPT like this, you can download it. Okay, try to download as a PDF is easy, or you can directly print. No problem. Okay, and I have given some questions also, some examples and some conclusion. Yeah. Guys, understand, right? So whatever I told, the cloud computing part. For all members, I shared the PPT. Okay, so I will share the videos later. Okay, that's it for today. Guys, that's it for it. Tomorrow we'll see Office 365 and VPN. These two are important. So I will complete both the things tomorrow or afternoon. So we'll see. I think some people are having a this version test or soft skill session. If anything is not there, please inform us. We'll do it. Okay. Please do some response. We can go into disconnect. Completed. Go for lunch. Afternoon.